a scary story about Chernobyl and Chernobyl monsters. Have you ever wondered what secrets lie within the places the world has forgotten? Tonight, we're venturing into one of the most haunting locations on Earth, Chernobyl, a place where time stood still and where whispers in the dark tell tales of things that shouldn't exist. Buckle up, because this is a story you won't soon forget. Let's take a step back to that fateful night on April 26, 1986. The world watched in horror as Reactor 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded during a safety test gone horribly wrong. The explosion released massive amounts of radioactive particles into the atmosphere, 400 times more than the Hiroshima bomb. The nearby city of Pripyat, once a bustling community of nearly 50,000 people, was evacuated within 36 hours. Families left behind their homes, their belongings, their lives, all in a desperate bid to escape the invisible menace of radiation. The Soviet government established the Exclusion Zone, a 30-kilometer radius around the plant, sealing off an area now frozen in time. Nature began to reclaim the land, but the shadows of the past lingered, waiting to be rediscovered. Fast forward to today, and the Exclusion Zone is a chilling testament to what happens when humanity retreats. Trees grow through the floors of schools, vines wrap around rusted playgrounds, and wild animals roam the empty streets. But beyond the eerie beauty, there are whispers, stories of strange lights flickering in abandoned windows, voices carrying through the silent nights, and sightings of creatures that defy explanation. Locals speak in hushed tones about the Chernobyl monsters, tales of mutated beings born from the radioactive fallout, lurking in the shadows. Some say they are the spirits of those who perished, twisted by the radiation. Others believe they are something else entirely. There are accounts of explorers who entered the zone seeking thrills or truth, who vanished without a trace. Their last transmissions filled with panicked breaths and cryptic warnings. Is it just superstition? Or is there something truly sinister hiding in the remnants of Chernobyl? Meet Alex, Mia, Liam, and Zoe, 4 friends with a thirst for adventure and a YouTube channel dedicated to exploring abandoned places. They've tackled ghost towns and old asylums, but Chernobyl is their ultimate challenge. We want to show the world what's really out there, says Alex, the fearless leader. Mia, the skeptic, rolls her eyes but is intrigued by the mysteries. Liam, the tech guru, equips the team with the latest gear, while Zoe, the empathetic soul, feels drawn to the stories of those who lived there. Despite warnings, they decide to embark on a journey into the heart of the Exclusion Zone, unaware of the horrors that await. Under the cover of darkness, the team slips into the forbidden zone. The air is thick with silence, broken only by the crunch of their footsteps on broken glass and debris. "This place gives me the creeps," whispers Mia. The others nod, feeling unseen eyes watching them. Their flashlights sweep across the decaying structures. Shadowy figures seem to shift at the edge of their vision, but when they turn to look, nothing's there. As they review the day's footage, strange anomalies appear on the screen, glimpses of movements they hadn't noticed before. "Did you see that?" Liam asks, zooming in on a shadow that darts past. Suddenly, a distant howl echoes through the night. "Probably just an animal," Alex assures them, though his voice betrays a hint of unease. But then Zoe spots something outside, a silhouette, hunched and unnatural, disappearing behind a building. The group discovers claw marks etched into metal, footprints that are oddly shaped, and abandoned gear that looks recently dropped. "This doesn't feel right," Mia says, her flashlight trembling. Tension mounts as they argue whether to continue. Alex wants to press on, driven by the potential for groundbreaking footage. Zoe feels an overwhelming urge to help, though she's not sure who or what needs saving. As they delve further, they find a hidden laboratory beneath an old building. Inside, journals detail experiments conducted after the disaster, unauthorized attempts to harness radiation-induced mutations. Out of the darkness they come, creatures that once might have been human, now twisted by radiation and dark experiments. Their eyes glow with an otherworldly light, limbs distorted yet swift. "Run!" Alex shouts as the beings give chase. The group splits, chaos erupting. The halls become a maze as they desperately search for an exit. Liam trips, dropping his equipment. "Go, save yourselves!" he yells as he tries to fend off the approaching monsters with a makeshift torch. Mia and Zoe scramble up a stairwell, reaching the surface only to find more creatures closing in. Alex appears, leading them toward an old service tunnel he spotted earlier. "This way," he calls out. With adrenaline fueling their escape, they dive into the tunnel, the creature's snarls echoing behind them. Exhausted and battered, the trio stumbles out of the exclusion zone. The rising sun casts a warm glow, a stark contrast to the nightmare they've just survived. "Sometimes places are abandoned for a reason," Zoe whispers, her eyes reflecting a mix of relief and lingering fear. They make a silent pact to never speak of what happened, not fully. Their footage is damaged, their gear lost, but the scars, both physical and emotional, remain. But as they depart, the unseen eyes of Chernobyl's shadows hint that their story is far from over.